Hello there, Acres of Diamonds community. I am DJ Logory and here with Scott Gibbs. And today we are on, what is this, Daily Diamond number 30?
30, yep.
30 Daily Diamonds. That is incredible. Hope you guys are enjoying them and all the stuff that we're doing. But today we are going to break down a quote actually from someone who's very dear to my heart, my sister, Deandra. And the quote that she gave us was, "Without change, there would be no butterflies." As simple as it is and as adorable as it is, she's totally right. And on Tuesday, I kind of gave my breakdown of it. And simply put, I basically kind of hit on that change is really the only constant in our lives. And there's consistently change that we need to embrace and we need to love. And today we're going to get Scott's opinion on this quote. So, Scott, what were we thinking around this one?
Well, I loved your observation that change is the only constant. I think more and more, as fast as the world is moving today, we have to recognize that our ability to be adaptive and resilient and accept change and find ways to want change is going to be critical to our futures. Mm-hmm. I also think that everything that we want is on the other side of fear. Everything that we want is on the other side of change. And, while we're in the cocoon, mm-hmm. Getting ready to be the butterfly, we have no awareness of the butterfly. We only have awareness of the cocoon and the change we're going through while we're in it. It's only once we become the butterfly that we're like, wow, I had no idea, right, that this change would be so powerful and so valuable. And I encourage us all to look back on our lives, wherever we are today, and look back over time and say, boy, were there times in my life where I was going through change, as painful as it was, and thought it was going to be the most awful thing in the world, whether it was breaking up with a girl or breaking up with a boy or some other challenge that you had in your life that when you were in it, you thought it was going to be the worst end all be all of all change. And over time, you've sat back and reflected on it and said, boy, that change allowed a new person to come into my life. That change allowed a new job opportunity to come into my life. That change allowed something bigger, better, more wonderful to come into my life. I just didn't know it at the time.
Yes.
And if you can think about that into every situation you're in, it's bringing you stress and anxiety and fear, uncertainty and doubt, and say, look, I know there's a butterfly on the other side of this. I just can't see it yet.
Yes. Yep.
Right? It'll help us. It'll help us understand and be more calm, cool, collected while we're in the eye of the storm, if you will, while we're in that moment of change. And look, I'm not great at that yet. But I'm becoming more and more aware of it, that the things I'm going through, okay, it'll be interesting to see how this benefits me in the future. It's uncomfortable today, but,
Yes.
So I really thank you. And I think especially Deandra, obviously she's going through a big change. It's probably more exciting than not for her, but, there'll be times maybe when she's a little homesick, right? And grad school is not easy. Mm-hmm. Especially in the curriculum she's going to be going into. So hopefully she'll remember her quote.
I know it's so it's funny. You mentioned fear or you mentioned anxiety. The day that, or the second or third day that she had officially moved in, I called her and was talking to her and said, how are you? Like, what's going on? And she said, well, I'm lonely a little bit. She has her roommate, but she said, my family isn't here. And I said, yeah, but you realize how important that is for you. You realize that change, you're growing up and you're starting, these next important couple of years. And she almost interrupts me and goes, I love what I'm about to get into. And I said, exactly. And I go, and that should calm you down. She said, I'm keeping myself centered by working out constantly. And, we're walking around the town, we're getting acclimated. And I said, keep your mind, active and doing things, because this change, you're gonna grow in ways you never would have ever known. And she was saying some really good positive things around change and around how, there was a fear involved, but she's at this point where she's overcoming that fear, and she's about to see that butterfly. So
That's great.
yeah. So
Well, congratulations to Deandra.
yeah. Yes, thank you, Deandra, and thank you everyone for tuning in for Daily Diamond number 30. Have yourself a great couple weeks. We'll see you. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, DJ.